What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Circflex is here, bringing you guys another video. Today, we're taking a look at the Mission Marathon. There's a new one to win a Tier 8 Premium, or win it to earn it, basically. We've had the ones before. I think for the 112, there was a 1111, some Tier 8 heavies. I think the other servers even have missions for like other heavies and other things as well. I think even like the T25 was a mission at some point for the American server, stuff like that. But this is for EU, and I think NA starts at the same day as the upload of this video, the 12th of March until the 27th of March, and you have time to do 13 missions or 13 tokens in 15 days. And you can only get one mission token every day, and the first mission is to win 5 battles in random battles tier 4 and higher, and you even need to be top 10. So very straightforward mission. You can just take out your gave 1S or something like that if you feel comfortable in. I would probably take like a tier 5 or 6 maybe, like a crumble or a game 1S, stuff like that, just so you can get those easy and fast victories. So what do you get for it? You get a T25 Pilot number 1, which is a tank that hasn't appeared on the server at all yet. I'm gonna show you guys one replay of it as well, just to give you guys an indication of how well it goes. So don't forget, it starts today until the 27th of March. If you're not able to do any of the missions, or you simply just want the tank, you can also buy it from the premium shop in some bundles as well. The benefit of this is that you can also buy some tokens for the missions. So say you can only do like 5 missions or whatever, you can buy 7 tokens. You can buy them 1 apiece or for 5. You can buy the tank itself as well right away if you wanted to. It's about 27 euros or so. So kind of on the expensive side of things. Well, relatively expensive. And there's also bundles, of course, with missions and personal reserves, premium days, stuff like that. If you really want to go that route, which I wouldn't recommend, because if the missions are all as easy as the day 1, you should be able to win this or earn this tank fairly fast. So anyway, let's take a look at the replay here I got going for you guys. Now, something that I've noticed that you guys really want to see is the way I'm rolling the tank, and that is, according to Tanks.gg, is like this. So I'm not running any food, I'm not running any vents, I'm running optics, rammer, and third steps. And you can also see all the crew skills I got going there. So we got full view range and everything going on. So you can see all the, let's talk about the negatives first, is that it has absolutely no armor whatsoever, not even the gunmetal it counts. And it has really bad power to weight. And DPM wise, it's decent for tier 8 medium, but nothing crazy good, right? It's decent. So what are the good things about it? Well, the gun handling is amazing. It's better than the Patriot gun, and it is also a 90 mil. And it also has really, really good terrain resistances and, you know, effective to first speed, stuff like that. And it also goes 55 kilometers an hour. Now, that is not some record-blazing speed, but compared to a lot of tier 8 mediums and even tier 7 and 6, especially the American kind that this tank is as well, it is fairly fast at 55. And it does a decent job of reaching those speeds with the low or really good terrain resistances. However, you will notice that like climbing up hills and stuff, it is still rather slow even with the good terrain resistances. So climbing up hills on, say, like hills or stuff, you will notice that you will be slower than a lot of other things. On flat ground, however, it is quite speedy, even with the low terrain resistance, or with the really good terrain resistances rather. So we're gonna put in some shots here. We shot the scout already. So this game was a first class. I half aced it as well, but the ace was really cheeky. It was just you know, like spotting games in tier 10, stuff like that. It does a decent job at that, 55 kilometers an hour. Not that it has a lot of camo, because, you know, it's still big as a house. And the other thing, like I already said in the beginning, you have to really watch out for is that the gunmetal, it just doesn't work. It's just shit. It doesn't have control bounces that say the Pershing or the Pet in Korea have to plus can have. It has none of that, so it has to do with all the speed. Now, the gun handling itself is awesome. For some reason, though, you do only have 192 pen and APCR is 243. Now, the reason why I'm saying only is because the Patriot has a way better pen and has APCR standard, which is also a 90 mil. So, but the gun handling is actually even better than the Patriot. So if you like the Patriot's gun handling, you're gonna love the gun handling in this as well. Another thing is because it's so fragile in the turret, you will get ammo wrecked a lot. Because obviously there's ammo wrecks in the turret, and the sides there, and all the American tanks. But unlike the Patriot, you're never gonna bounce anything. But yeah, so is it a decent tank? You know, it's alright. It does everything decently. At least you will sort of hit and aiming. Like shooting with this gun is pretty pleasurable. I still kind of would like to see maybe a little bit more DPM, but then again, you know, people are gonna claim it's like super overpowered and stuff like that. But being a tier 8 medium coming out after the Patriot, you would almost expect it to have the same kind of pen values as the Patriot, but they will, you know, you can make the argument that this tank can actually go around other tanks with the 55 kilometers an hour and, you know, make sure that you can get the pens that way. But more often than not, you will not be able to do this too much because you are a big target, you have no armor. So that's going to be tricky. So for carrying sakes, the Patriot will still be miles ahead of this tank, right? What would have been a really good buff to this tank if it had the same DPM as the Patriot, with the same pen values, or even the pen values it has now, but has a little bit more DPM. That would have been really, really awesome. Or if that's not the case, maybe make it so the gunmetal actually bounces something. I don't think any of those options would make it really overpowered or anything, because you're still made out of MRX and, you know, paper, basically. But yeah, as you can see, it handles fairly well. The speed is a nice, refreshing thing if you play a lot of like the T20 and the E8, stuff like that. You know, the 55 kilometers an hour is really, really nice. You can see as I catch up to the Panther 88 here. The lack in DPM though, compared to a lot of new tier 8s, and even like the Panther 88, I'm pretty sure it has more DPM. I could be wrong here, but fairly certain. As we track him there, he shoots us as well, and then before we're able to shoot him again, and obviously the other one does, we put on the last finishing shot there. So this was a first class mastery at about 1200 basic speed. I'd imagine when the tanks comes out, the basic speed requirements for aces are going to be a lot higher. This was a first class at the moment. Like I said, it's a decent tank. Would I pay real money for it? Probably not. Like, I don't think it's really that innovative. But at least it's not another clone or another existing tank as a premium tank, going the STA1, STA2 route, stuff like that. And if you were looking to make money, the Patriot is still so much better because you can carry so much more. The Patriot is also way, way better at dealing with tier 9s and 10s than this tank will ever be. And, you know, I always, when I try and think about, like, would I recommend this tank, is how well it deals with higher tiers. Because more often than not, you will have higher tiers. According to my play sessions, you get about one top tier game in every 4 or so games. So the other games, you're going to struggle. Now, 55 kilometers an hour and good view range will do a lot, but there's not a lot of maps which you can use that on. So yeah, it does have the ease of play with 10 degrees of gun depression and 55 kilometers an hour. I mean, it's easy to, you know, get around and get your gun to bear. It's not some awkward -3 gun depression or something like that. It's just like all the American tanks that you're used to. So I think it's a fine addition. I would probably rather play this than the Super Pershing, which is the other close contender for, you know, premium tanks for the Americans. But yeah, this is the mission rewards. You can buy it now, or you can just do the missions. Don't forget the missions start today, and you have 15 days to do 13 of them. And if you're only able to do like 5, you can buy extra tokens, stuff like that. If you play World Tanks on a regular basis, you can get this fairly cheap, if not free. So I'm always very, you know, welcoming for missions like this, and I hope to see more of them in the future. Especially more rare tanks like this, or like actual new tanks instead of, you know, do a mission for the 112 or whatever. I'm really glad they finally give us somewhat of a new tank, even if it isn't the greatest tank ever. Which would also not be great, because if they, for example, if this mission was for a defender, that would be awful. But this tank requires a little bit of skill to use and a little bit of finesse. And I think that's a good choice for a mission reward tank. So all in all, I hope you guys found this video enjoyable. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. Maybe check out some more videos. And yeah, good luck with the mission, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next video or on my twitch.tv/Circon. Streaming again tomorrow on Monday. World of Tanks, of course, 5 to midnight. Anyway, thanks a lot for tuning in. Take care, everyone.